Guys, welcome to the channel. This time I'm traveling from New York JFK to Zurich with Swiss Airlines in business class. Last year I flew Swiss Airlines from Zurich to San Francisco and I was not impressed at all with that flight. Service was bad and the food was mediocre. I wanted to give them another chance, so let's see if this time Swiss can do a much better job. And of course we'll have a quick look at the Lufthansa lounge here in JFK Swiss Airlines is using. So keep watching and welcome to the Frequent Business Traveler channel. Good morning and welcome to New York. Just a few more minutes to enjoy this amazing view of the Empire State Building and in the far distance the Chrysler Building. Let's check out of the hotel and head up to the airport. And here we are in Terminal 1 of JFK. Let's head straight to the lounge, in this case the Lufthansa lounge. And this is the Lufthansa Business Class Lounge. Nothing special with regards to food or drinks, but at least the views outside are nice. But this lounge is certainly not worth a detour. They don't have a barista instead, just a coffee machine, but then let's at least do a cappuccino lounge review again. And the score is 6.0, very average, fitting with the overall lounge. Let's have one last look at the Air France A350 outside, escape from this lounge and see if our plane has already arrived. By the way, my next video on the channel will be a review of Air France business class from San Francisco to Paris. Please subscribe to the channel if you like this video and also don't want to miss that one. There she is, and not the one at the gate, but the one just arriving. And this is actually a good opportunity to go over the seat configuration. On Swiss's A330-300s there are 2 rows of first class, 10 rows of business class, and the remaining rows are regular economy. There's no premium economy on the A330-300s, Swiss only has premium economy on their Boeing 777s. Business class is 1-to-1 mixed with 2-to-1. So on the right side of the plane next to the window you always have one seat, while on the left side you either have 1 or 2 seats. These single seats on the left are so-called throne seats or extra space seats, since they have more storage space around them. But the footwell, except for 6A and 4A, is between the 2 seats in front of them, so the footwell is actually smaller than that of the regular business class seats. These seats come with a surcharge of, in this case, $179 if you want to reserve them in advance, except if you're an elite member of Miles and More. Personally, I don't think it's worth paying extra for these seats if you can get the same kind of window seat with direct aisle access at the right side of the plane. For this flight I've got seat 10K. Here we are, and I do like the style of the Swiss business class cabin. It's the kind of understated luxury that reminds me of most Park Hyatt hotels. In fact, fly Swiss business class to Zurich and then in Zurich check in at the local Park Hyatt hotel. You will experience the same kind of understated luxury and style. Let's see though if today's service is at the same level of that Park Hyatt Zurich hotel. The footwell of this seat is okay, but the screen isn't that big. A feature which is shared with the old Lufthansa business class cabins, such as in the A380. Check out my review of that one in the upper right corner. An amenity kit is provided, which you will check out later, and there is a charging point. The blanket is exactly what you would expect, and then we have a bottle of water and the headphones. Before departure, we can also enjoy a glass of champagne with some nuts. Time to check out the amenity kit, and it's exactly the same as when I flew with Swiss Airlines business class a year ago, so let's check out the contents. We have the socks, there is the toothpaste, there is the lip balsam, and also important, the menu is handed out, which we'll check out later. And where were we? The eye mask, and I'm looking for the moisturizing face cream, one of the amenity kit essentials, but it's not there. That's a miss. The menu then. I hope that Swiss Airlines made some improvements to the food, because that was really not good the last time I flew with them. So let's have a look at the menu. There is a generous choice out of 4 entries, and per the suggestion of the flight attendant, I go for the red shrimp curry. So with all that out of the way, it's time for departure. The flight attendant on this flight is great, by the way. Very friendly and smiley, and completely different than my previous experience with Swiss, where the flight attendant didn't smile once and insisted speaking German to me while I kept talking English to her. That was really weird. No such irritation this time though, so if the red curry is only half as good as the flight attendant promises, this flight could be a big success. And here is our Thai red curry, and I must say this dish looks actually very good. I'm pleasantly surprised. And guys, I can tell you the dish tasted as good as it looked. I think this meal was the best one I had in a couple of months, and comes close with the meal I had with Etihad in business class. What a surprise, especially since last time I flew with Swiss, the meal service was really below par. And especially surprising since the catering is from the US. Amazing. After the meal, it's time to test out the lie flat function of the seat. It's a good thing you can pull down the armrest on this seat, because otherwise it would have been a bit cramped. But footwell is okay, and overall the seat is pretty comfortable. No mattress topper is offered, which would make the seat more comfortable, but these perks are often reserved for first class only with European Airlines. But I did manage to get some sleep, even without cramp in my legs, which is always a win. Shortly before landing, the crew is coming by with breakfast, and for the first time I'm ordering a cappuccino in a plane. I always skip coffee in a plane because it's not something I can get very enthusiastic about, but I decided to make an exception and try out the cappuccino. And Swiss Airlines is continuing to surprise me on this flight. This cappuccino is actually not too bad, and so is the rest of the breakfast. Fresh fruit, croissant, and again a good cappuccino, not bad at all. Time for conclusion. This flight with Swiss Airlines in business class is night and day compared with my flight a year ago. I'm not sure if Swiss Airlines made a dramatic turnaround with their catering, or whether this flight or the previous flight was just an exception to the rule. But the meals on this flight were very good, and also the service was very friendly and pleasant. This is how a flight in business class should be, and I will give Swiss the benefit of the doubt that my flight a year ago was just an exception. Anyway, this flight will get a big thumbs up. Guys, if you like the video, don't forget to give also this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can get more of these reviews. Next time on the channel, a review of Air France in business class from San Francisco to Paris. See you next time.